Hey guys, welcome back to the video, and today I will be doing my second place katakuri deck list for OPO6. The last time I made a list, um, it wasn't seeing as the success I wanted it to see, so I ended up changing it. Not by like a huge margin, but something kind of small. So of course, I'm going to go through this every video. Katakuri's effect is dawn times 1. When attacking, look at the top of my life and my opponent's life, place it to keep it there, or put it on the bottom, and then he gains 1,000. So he's a 7k swinger when you decide to use. When you decide to use the dawn times 1. And he's a mono-pillared yellow leader. But with that being said, just get right into the list. Of course, can't be a katakuri list without the searcher. It's the putting the 1-drop, 2k power, 1 cost counter, on play, look at top 4 at Big Mom Pirate. And then another searcher, but it's also your turn 2 if you go first. Charlotte Sparrow. Great card. Its effect is on KO, you look at top 3 and add Big Mom Pirate, but it also has the trigger, trash 1, play this card. So, it's a 3 cost for a pretty decent body, 5k power. So, I'm doing all the searchable stuff, by the way, first. And then you have 7 cost Linlin. On play, your opponent chooses one. They either trash a life or gain a life. Usually, if my opponent's playing against me, and they'll usually have me sometimes regain the life, but then you know, there could be situations to where they'll take the life instead. So, but in this tournament, my matchups were first round yellow-green Yamato. Second round was the mono blue Croc. Third round was Enel. And then my final round was Katakuri. And top 3 decks were yellow. First place got Katakuri, of course. Me, I got second place with Katakuri. And third place, Enel. So all of them are yellow decks, but how it be sometimes, you know? 2 of the 8 cost katakuri. I've seen a lot of lists, or a couple people run Strusen. Run Strusen for like another searchable 2k. But then, yes, it is another searchable 2k, but I like Katakuri a little better than the Strusen, because an 8 cost body, it's an 8 cost body for 8k power, but its effect can help you win games. On play, add an 8 cost or less to the top of your life. And I've had a situation where I was on the simulator, or today actually, that my opponent, he wasn't playing the Fortress build, but he was playing the 8 cost kid because it's a good card. Had a situation to where he played the 8 cost kid, activate the effect, played a blocker, and then put a Dawn under him, making him to where I can only attack him. But then I ended up playing 8 cost Katakuri, putting it to the bottom of the life, and then ended up going for game because he only had 1 life. I had 2 7 moms on the field. So, and then of course 4 of the 10 moms. I was seeing 10 mom all night. Unfortunately, or my 10 mom and my 7 moms all night, except during the final round for going for first place. I wasn't seeing any regain at all, and he saw 7 mom, he had blocker, and then he ended up dropping 10 mom on me. and he was still at, I think, 4 life after playing the 10 mom. I was at 2, so at that point, I wasn't going to get through to null him down enough because I wasn't seeing my 10 mom or my 7 moms at all. So, very unfortunate, but yellow is like that to where it's mainly RNG. Katakuri is smooth brain deck. Yes, I will admit that. Coming from a yellow player, it is smooth brain deck. The deck basically plays itself for you. So, but yeah. I saw 10 mom, like I said. I saw 10 mom all night except the last round. Didn't see really any regain. Fortunately, that does how the cookie crumbles, and he ended up getting the game because I wasn't seeing any regain. So, going in the last searchable besides before I go to the 2Ks is Blocker Sanji. Blocker Sanji has actually won me against round 1 with green yellow Yamato. Because attack, he was already at 3, so my first life I took off the double attack was a Okiku. So I played the Kiku. Next one, Blocker Sanji, played the Blocker Sanji, and ended up being at 2 life after that. They passed the turn, ended up swinging. This was before I could play 10 mom, so ended up swinging, play 7 mom, they let me regain. Alright, I blocked the double attack, and then countered out of the other ones. So the next turn I play 7 mom, so I'm already back up 4 life. I have swingers on the field. And then next turn after that, once they could kind of manage my board, I ended up just playing 10 mom and won the game from there. So, yeah. But Blocker Sanji did come in clutch against because also Blocker Sanji ended up coming in clutch because 5-drop Yamato from, I think, OPL 1, double attack banish. It also saved me because they attacked, I blocked it, I blocked it, and then they ended up doing a leader swing, and that's when I got my 7 mom and something else. So the last searchable thing of the deck are the 4 Shredded Mondays, searchable 2K off Pero and Pudding. So if I don't see like my higher cost stuff, I'll usually just add this because it's a 2K. The effect does kind of come in sometimes, but I've had instances to where they don't have a 2 or less, so I can't really do anything. That's it. Those are all the searchable stuff. Still in the 2K / kind of trigger section of the deck, I have 4 Satori. Satori is just like a really in a yellow other trigger for most characters is trash one play this card, but if I see it in life, I'm most likely, if I'm not trying to go for game next turn, or I know that I'm not going to have game next turn, I'll just keep it in my hand. 4 of the Capone Gag Beige. 2K, like I said, but its trigger is amazing, so. This has also saved me games against Blue Croc, because Blue Croc was giving me a pretty tough. Blue Croc was pretty tough the way my my friend / my opponent had it built, but it ended up being persevering through, and unfortunately I didn't really get to swing with 10 mom much against the Blue Croc because he had Red Rock to bottom it, so I only got to play it to regain the life, which is still good. I didn't get the like maximum effort out of it being able to swing with it, but. And then 3 Onami because its trigger is just like Thunderbolt, but banish. The on-play banish is great. That's how I also won the Enel matchup, because his last life was, before he regained, his last life was a Maru, and he had exactly 2 cards in hand. So I had 10 Mom on the field, played this, gave it banish, swung 15 just to guarantee it, even though I only had 2 cards in hand. But 15 banish, ended up banishing it, and then ended up having another 10 Mom, play another Nami, 12 banish, and then that basically sealed the deal for me. Because the life he did regen was the 0 cost event. Trash 1, gain 3,000, but its trigger is at 0 life. Put the top card of your deck to your life, and then trash your card. This card 100% has 100% put in its effort to get me 2nd place. Going back to my earlier statement, like I said, yellow auto plays itself. It's smooth brain deck. Like a lot of people say, I will admit it, it is smooth brain deck. But Okiku has saved me many times. Because if I went against 4 life, I went against 2 4 life and 3 5 life. Because Inao's at 4 life, Yamato's at 4 life, Blue Croc is at 5, and Katakuri is at 5. But it's still put into work, because the kind of way I have it built is I'm being aggro enough to where by the time I hopefully get to this, I'm putting it on the field. Blue, it didn't really get its maximum effort with the regen against blue because it was just bottomed. But against Yamato and Inel, and I didn't get the chance to play against Katakuri, but when it came to the Yamato and Inel, it put in its effort, because a lot of Inel players will take their first life. I also played Inel, so as you know, players will usually take their first life. So my 5-down turn, I put 1 down under Kata, swung, look, alright, it was Ikiku. And I usually know, okay, they're going to take it. So if they swing at me, I'll play the Ikiku, get it early, and be done. And it ended up putting its work because he had no choice but to swing into it, and he was already down 3 lives. So he had no choice but to swing into it. I regained, and then from there it was just scratch, because I had 2 7 Moms and a 10 Mom on the field. And then, like I said, banish. So the last character of the deck for Gadatsu. Gadatsu has also kind of helped me, because against Blue Croc mainly. Because he was running the Miss All Sundays, the Dofis, and I ended up getting pretty good value out of this, because I ended up playing twice against him, which is kind of surprising, because I only really get to play it once, like in a game. But with him bottoming my stuff and everything, I kind of really just had to start out his blockers. So I ended up playing 1, KOing 1, swinging at life. He ended up countering out of it. Ended up 7 Dawn turn, didn't see 7 Mom at the time. So I was like, okay, play the other one, get rid of the other blocker. Used the rest of the Dawn, swung at life, and then he took it. So playing 2 of them in a row to get rid of 2 blockers, kind of early game, did help me win that game for the most part. So going into the defense of the deck, of course, 2 reject. So reject, it is getting banned in June, so I'm gonna play it as much as I can. But I have been thinking about bumping it up to 3, because I haven't been seeing enough, and usually when I do see it, it's I either have to bottom it because of pudding, or it's not really useful. So I've been thinking about bumping that up to 3 and cutting down probably cutting down a Gadatsu for it, but Gadatsu it gives me really good value. I'm kind of torn on it. But it's between Gadatsu or Kokinijo to cut, because everything else I would like to keep. So yeah, if I were to boost Gadatsu, or reject either I would cut Gadatsu down to 3, or the Kokoniju down to 3, but probably most likely Gadatsu because I only really get to play it like once, and if I'm lucky enough, maybe twice. So, and then I have 2040 Mario. Kind of different because in my last list I made I was playing 3, but then I ended up putting the Onamis in, so I cut it down to 2. So, and also boosted the Kikunojo up to 4, took out a 7 bomb, and took out a 8-drop katakuri. So I took one of them out, a 7 bomb and 8-drop katakuri, slotted in the extra Kokonijo and stuff, and it actually took me to the finals. So, and then the last two to make it a even 50 for you. The 0 cost event, you're the one who should disappear. 0 cost, trash 1, gain 1,000. It also has the trigger to where, like I was talking about, if I have 0 life, the trigger is if I'm at 0 life, and I add the top card of my deck to my life, and then I trash 1. Ended up seeing against the Yama player, and it actually saved me the game. Because they had one more swing, and ended up bottoming it. I think it was an earlier turn, or was already there. Ended up bottoming it, and ended up helping me win the game. But, like I said, if you guys like the list, I would love for you guys to try it out yourself, see how you guys like it. And then if you guys have any suggestions, kind of what to cut or what to add, or just really good anything you would think that would do good in the deck, I will gladly try it out for you and give you guys some feedback. But with that being said, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like, subscribe, tell your friends about me, anything. Peace out.